Emotional type. How to make a powerful impression in the audition room. If you've never heard of emotional type, it is time. Let's get to it. As a child, I realized I had a gift. I see people without their doubts or fears as the fully expanded future versions of themselves. Our future selves whisper messages. I hear them, and you can too. Welcome to the Creative Whisperer. In an audition room, there's a power that you have. It's an emotional power. And that's the power to see and be seen, to transcend physical type, to transcend the five senses, sight, hearing, smell, touch, taste, all of that. When I say emotional type, it has nothing to do with characters you play. It has very little to do with what people think about you. It's deeper and bigger and broader than all of that. What I'm really saying is that you have to emotionally connect with yourself and then with the environment that you're in and then with the other person in the audition room. So you are fully present in that moment. So you are treating that audition like you've never been on an audition before. In other words, you're excited about every moment because you don't know what's going to happen next. Oh my gosh, it's thrilling to watch. If you are excited, if you are engaged, then your audience, and in this case, the casting director, will be engaged as well. If you're going through the motions by rote, then that's going to be felt on the other side. Emotion is communicated. It can't help but be. You can't keep your emotion within the confines of your body. It radiates outward, and it's received by the people you come in contact with. You know, I often mention this example and offer it as an exercise to in-studio students. And that's, have you ever been to Duane Reade or CVS and you're checking out in the line, and Duane Reade and CVS are drugstores in case you're listening from somewhere else, from another state. And so you walk in and you're checking out and the cashier says, do you have your Duane Reade card? Did you find everything you were looking for? You can tell that they're playing a role. And you're also playing a role. They're playing the role of cashier. You're playing the role of customer. Everybody knows how that goes. Your brain is very happy because there will be nothing unexpected that happens in this transaction. It is all two people going through the motions, playing a role in their life. Well, try to see what happens if you step outside that role. Pause for a second. Connect with your own emotions. Connect with the person across from you. That means look at them. Now, hold a place for them because they're not immediately going to make eye contact with you. So hold a place for them and ask them a question that's authentic about the environment that you're in or about them. So it might be something like, wow, what a line. How do you stay so calm? How do you do it? And what you will see 100% of the time is almost like someone is waking up from an alternate reality, like they're unplugging from the matrix, you know, and you will actually see their eyes light up as if somebody just turned the lights on inside their body. And you can see them sit back into their body and wake up, maybe for the first time in minutes, days, years. Oh, hi, here I am. Here you are. You're a person? Oh my God, I'm a person too. Yes, wow. Here we are connecting, two people. And you will find that person, you will have made an impression on that person that will be lasting, simply because you allowed yourself to be seen and you saw that other person. And so if you can show up to the audition experience and keep those 3 points of contact and connection in mind, connect with yourself. That means your own emotions. That means take a breath. Know how you're feeling. Just feel feelings. That's it. And be in touch with that. Connect with the environment that you're in. Really take in the space and then connect with the person in the room. I get emails from in-studio students who practice this concept all the time. And they say, Israel, I just wanted to forward this email I got from a director. Wow, I loved your audition. Even though you're not right for this particular role, you changed the way I see the role. And I know one thing, I have to work with you. on this project or another project. Wow. It's a pleasure meeting you. That's an impression. Now, these people that I'm talking about, these in-studio students aren't any more or less talented than you are. But what they've done is they've shown up as a human being, having a human connection and experience. They're not just going through the motions. And in the day and time we live in, that is enough to make a powerful impression. This idea of emotional type is really you connecting with you allowing yourself to be fully yourself in that moment, whatever that is. That's absence of thought, and that's emotional connection with the person across the table.
It's like, whoa, because I don't think that you often think in that those specific terms when it comes to an audition. You think more in terms of being emotional, in terms of what the role may require, but not necessarily an emotional type. You know what I mean? If an audition says you have to laugh, ha 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 ha, and you go there, ha 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 ha, as opposed to pausing, being fully present. I can see how that can be beneficial and help you to really rock out an audition when you learn how to connect in the moment and be fully present.
Many times as actors and as people, we gloss over the most important moments and parts. And when I teach cold readings, one of the mistakes that I find people make often is when the other person, the reader, is reading, they look down and get their lines. And they're looking at the paper, working on their lines, and then they look up and they say their line. Well, that's completely backwards. When the other person is reading, you get a chance to really listen, to really take it in, to really feel things. And there's no pressure. That's when the camera captures you. You do not want to look down while you are receiving. And the same is true for the audition itself. People gloss over the connection with the other human beings in the room, the connection with themselves as a human being. Before they enter into a monologue or anything else, it's the most important part of the audition. Now, sometimes you'll walk into a room and people won't be receptive. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter, because the gift that you are giving to that space and to yourself will change everything. Just like if you're checking out through if you're going through the checkout line at Join Reader CVS, someone may have such a practiced habit of being, the role they may be so focused on playing this role rather than really authentically experiencing the moment that they don't even notice that you're open and receptive and seeing them. But I guarantee you this, you hold the space for long enough and they can't help but notice. They feel the difference in the room. The universe shifts. Something just happened. They can feel it. It's an energy exchange. Like, whoa, something just happened in this room. And they look up just for a second from their pen and paper, and there you are looking at them, and you're present. We used to have someone on our improvisation team, and oh my gosh, this fellow was so present. And I had him come up to demonstrate an exercise, and so we did a little scene together. And I happened to look over at him to connect with him, and it was disconcerting. It kind of shook me because he was so present that I felt he was like a little puppy. He was just looking right through me. Or how babies stare at you and they don't care? They just look right at you and there's no thought of, hey, I'm staring at you, I should look away, or this is rude. They just stare right into you, right through you. Well, that's what this guy was doing, this actor of ours. And it kind of shook me and I'm like, whoa, okay, all right, okay. All right. And so you feel the difference when you hold a space like that for someone. And that's what he was doing for me. I was all in my head and doing this other stuff. But as soon as we connected, I felt it. And that's the gift that you can give other people. For more information about our online and in-person workshops, or if you'd like to have me come to speak to your group, contact me at the link below. See you soon.